You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about Caitlin Clark. Got a couple of things involving Caitlin Clark. And where we're going to start is very interesting indeed when you consider where sports is right now. The top 100 U.S. broadcast, meaning television shows of the year, got released. And Sportico put up, what was football, what was politics, what was basketball. And look, supposedly LeBron James is this massive star. Supposedly the WNBA is this huge product. Supposedly A'ja Wilson and Angel Reese, boy, they captured the imagination of all sports fans. Except they don't, okay? I saw this and I was like, oh, that is very interesting indeed. The NFL had 73 of the top 100 most watched broadcasts of 2024. Only basketball, college or pro, was a Caitlin Clark game. Yeah, that's right. So let's look at this graphic. Number 76, the 76th highest rated and most watched show of the entire 2024 year was Caitlin Clark. That's the only basketball game on this entire list, by the way. And in case you're wondering, down here, that's the World Series. Yeah, that was the World Series. So, let's just look. Sportico's got the actual events up here. And it was the NC2A women's final between South Carolina and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Guess who was in that? Yeah, Caitlin Clark. That's right. 18.9 million viewers for that game. And a lot of us knew what that rating was already. But it was pretty remarkable to see this. I mean, down here is the World Series, Game 5, Yankees-Dodgers. All right, the two biggest brands in Major League Baseball, and it got beat by Caitlin Clark, 18.2 million. I mean, it's still a lot of viewers for a baseball game. I mean, the NBA, by the way, is nowhere to be found on this at all. Damn. By the way, she even beat the SEC championship game. I mean, that's pretty remarkable. And some of the stuff on here that she ended up beating, pretty impressive. I mean, Summer Olympics, Sunday Night Football. She drew a higher rating than Cowboys and Buccaneers. Wow. I mean, you just don't see that much. Hard to believe there's an actual television show on here. Tracker. Season 1, Episode 1, 18.4 million. I have not watched that show, but a lot of people say it is good. So let's move over here because we got an explanation from Caitlin Clark why it was she chose to not go to a Catholic school. And by Catholic school, I'm talking about Notre Dame. We all know that for her, it really came down between Iowa and Notre Dame, and she did explain that decision on the New Heights podcast. That's the Jason Kelce, Travis Kelce pod. By the way, that damn podcast on YouTube has got over 500,000 views on it right now. And it's not very old, folks. It's just a few days old. Like many young athletes from the Midwest, this is Fox Sports. Caitlin Clark grew up in awe of Notre Dame sports. The WNBA phenom spoke about her experience visiting Notre Dame and consideration for the playing for the Fighting Irish. Quote, as a kid, you want to go to Notre Dame. It's the coolest thing in the world. It's Notre Dame. It has that tradition. Basically, everybody wanted her to go to Notre Dame. Clark previously told ESPN that former Notre Dame women's basketball coach Muffet McGraw tried to recruit her, and that Clark's own family also wanted her to play for the Fighting Irish. So I guess her own folks wanted her to play there. My family wanted me to go to Notre Dame, Caitlin said. At the end of the day, they said they were like, you make the decision for yourself, but it's Notre Dame. Rudy was one of my favorite movies. How could you not pick Notre Dame? However, Clark said Thursday that she ultimately made the decision to not play there because of a feeling in her gut. Quote, I could feel it in my gut. I was like, I'm not supposed to go there, Clark said. Clark's gut feeling certainly did not steer her in the wrong direction. She ended up committing to her home state, University of Iowa, instead, where she played in her entire 4-year college career. Clark broke multiple NC2A records for the Hawkeyes, including all-time leading scoring record among all college basketball players, men or women, in history. She also met her current boyfriend, Connor McCaffrey. While at Iowa, McCaffrey was a player on the Iowa's men's team. And, of course, his father is Fran McCaffrey, who's a head basketball coach. Meanwhile, without Clark, Notre Dame fared okay, but not nearly as well as Iowa. Under the leadership of head coach Neil Ivory, the Fighting Irish made the NC2A tournament 3 years in a row. Of course, Caitlin Clark made some much deeper runs, and we know she was ultimately drafted number 1 overall into the WNBA and then broke, what did I say yesterday? 64 or 65 records in the WNBA is how many records she broke during her rookie year. During her rookie year, she broke 64 or 65. I can't remember exactly. A lot of rookie records. She basically smashed almost all rookie records. And then she broke several actual other records like most WNBA assists in the game, et cetera, et cetera. I think most assists for the season. And it goes on and on from there. I mean, it was a really impressive run from Caitlin Clark, but it's very interesting. No NBA game beat Caitlin Clark, period. No LeBron James. She ruled when it came to basketball. She had the most watched basketball game of the entire 2024 season, and she drew bigger ratings than some NFL games, the SEC championship game between Georgia and Texas, and more than the World Series. Yankees, Dodgers. Shohei Ohtani was in that game. Aaron Judge was in that game. No, Caitlin Clark got bigger ratings than any of those. That's still pretty remarkable. By the way, in case you're wondering, NFL from about 75 on that list on up to 1, NFL basically dominated all of it from there on. The NFL is still a gargantuan ratings draw. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.